Alright, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make achara with, achara actually is a Filipino dish made with green papaya. Technically you're supposed to use carrots for achara, but I decided not to use carrots because I have a lot of green papaya. So for this, I'm only going to use what they call native onion, which is just those little purple onions. I'm going to use a little garlic. I'm going to use some chopped red pepper. If you want to know, this is a green papaya, so you can use a green papaya that looks kind of like this. This is perfectly fine. I had to buy this from the supermarket, sadly, because the local markets didn't have the green papaya that I wanted. Okay, I'm also going to use ghost chili vinegar instead of actual chilies because I have a lot of ghost chili vinegar from Partosa Farms here in Davao. I'm going to use this type of vinegar as well, which they're calling smoked vinegar or smoked suka. This is delicious. And what part of the secret of this vinegar is they put some tomato in it, which makes it taste amazing. Okay, and I'm going to put, this is my little jar of coconut aminos. You can also use, you can use soy sauce, you can use Bragg's liquid aminos. I prefer the coconut aminos, personally. I love the flavor, but everybody's different. You can also use, and I'm trying to remember the name. Namashoyu is fine, tamari is fine. It's just a bit, you know, to add a little extra taste. So let me quickly chop up this, roughly chop this onion. I left it whole so that you can, well, for aesthetic purposes. Okay, I'm going to chop up my onion a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just a little bit of rough chopping will do. None of what you do in the kitchen has to be perfect. You just have to get it done. I don't know if that came out right, but you got the idea. Okay, roughly chop that. Okay. Next, I'm going to put everything into this bowl, and I'm going to mix it up. This vinegar, not vinegar, this pickled papaya should stay pickled in a jar for at least a week. I think the longer you let it stay pickled, the softer it will get. And this is particularly nice for people that would really like to try green papaya to get all those enzymes, but can't handle chewing those typical Thai green papaya salads, for example, which I personally love, but sometimes it's also hard on my teeth to do all that chewing. What's nice about this is really finely peeled using a toothed peeler. These are very common, very popular, and very cheap in Southeast Asia. See, these teeth help you get a really nice, the more pressure you add, the thicker your pieces will be. If you don't add too much pressure, they'll be very fine. So try to keep the pressure light. Get nice fine bits. And the finer you make your papaya, the faster it will be ready for your consumption. I'm going to consume this within 3 days because I have a trip coming up. We're going to Bali, and I'm not so sure I want to carry a lot of food with me, so I'm planning to eat this way ahead of 2 weeks' time. Okay, get some of that vinegar in there. That is delicious. I'm actually going to have to buy more vinegar and add it to this batch later, so yeah, I think I'm supposed to add like a whole quarter cup of vinegar. I don't know, you just taste it as you go along, because it also depends on how strong your vinegar is. If your vinegar is super strong, you're gonna add less and water it down a bit. If it's not very strong, you know, you can actually probably make the whole thing in vinegar. It just depends on you, your taste, and how strong your vinegar. This is super spicy, by the way, this ghost chili vinegar, so I really should not add too much here. I think that's probably about good. Okay, I'm also going to add a scoop of salt. Okay, Okay, so it already looks pretty good. Let me add a scoop of salt here. This salt is optional. I think that there is no one achara or pickled papaya is made the same. You know, I think some people even add some sweetener to it, like adding coconut sugar is very common here. Yeah. I'm not going to do that because some of this papaya is a little bit on the sweet side, so yeah, feel free to be your own chef and make it up as you go along. That's what being in the kitchen is all about, and that's what makes it fun to me. Or to us, I should say. My mom is in the background monitoring the video, doing a great job. Alright, so this next gets put in the jar, and the jar gets tightly sealed. Thank you so much, and stay tuned.